It's a bit out of place compared to how other people react when we walk past.
No, not really. We're just being the same as all
of
the
those
citizens.
reasons are the reasons why our attention's been drawn to you, and the reason why I've just come over to just carry out what's called a stopping account, just to see what you're up to, make sure everything's all okay, make sure you don't need police for anything, and make sure you're not up to any no good, because there are quite a lot of people up to no good around here as well.
Yeah, we're just going to get food.
Okay, no problem. And do you live around here?
No, from Liverpool.
So you've arrived from Liverpool recently, or?
Been here for 2 weeks.
Okay.
We're leaving today.
Are you both from Liverpool, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, no worries. Do you have any ID on you then?
No, I don't, you know.
No? So you've come all the way from Liverpool with no ID? I'll take your details in, if that's okay.
I don't really want to give you my details, to be honest, mate.
I mean, a lot of the time, if people haven't got anything to worry about or anything,
I have got nothing to worry about.
then they're happy to comply. It just makes the encounter
I'd rather not.
sweeter and easier.
I'd rather not.
Right.
This officer demonstrates why many distrust street policing. He stopped Shem based only on his reaction, treating a simple glance or body language as suspicious. It escalates when he questions Shem's hometown and wrongly suggests traveling without ID is a problem, even though no law requires it. When Shem calmly refuses to share his details, the officer leans on the tired line. If you have nothing to hide, just comply.
Listen, there's no power for me to enforce on you to give me your details, so I'm not going to get silly about it. But there's obviously, it might suggest to me there's a reason why you don't want to.
There is no reason, I'd just rather not. I've been through a lot with the police, I don't really trust the police. I'd rather not give you my details, unless I'm legally obliged to. I'm not legally obliged to give you my name, so I'm not going to.
Okay, no problem. No problem. How come you've got quite a big, thick coat on today then?
Because we've been out since 6 in the morning, and this morning it was cold. Yeah, we've just come from the gym.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, and have you got anything on you that you shouldn't have?
No, I haven't.
No?
No.
Okay. Well, your mate's being searched in a minute, so... You're still cold, are you?
Not really, it's a bit warm now, like.
Yeah.
What do you want me to do? I've got it now.
The officer fixates on Shem's coat, ignoring his explanation that he'd been wearing it all day after the gym, treating it as suspicious without proof. This pattern, jumping from the coat to no ID to his reaction, shows bias, not reasonable suspicion, and highlights how quickly assumptions can turn into misuse of authority, creating a stop with no real foundation.
I didn't even see you pull up there till you called me. I only seen you down there, and even he said, how come you were staring at the van? And he's probably already told you. We were looking at the tactical support group, and I asked him, what does that mean?
Try that one more time. Have another read of that.
Alright, can we shout if you need it?
Oh, territorial.
There we go, mate.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mate asked you if you've been arrested before.
Yeah.
Have you been arrested before?
Yeah.
What was that for?
I just got out of jail. I got a not guilty. I just got out 6 weeks ago.
So you were remanded for court and then you got not guilty?
Yeah, this is what I was on the TV show for.
Oh, right.
I was on the run for like 9 years.
You were on the run for 9 years?
And then I found martial arts. I used martial arts to change my life from what I used to do before.
What were you on the run for?
It was, an aggravated burglary. And I just got a not guilty. I've only been out for 6 weeks.
To my colleague, from standing here talking to you, I have been able to smell cannabis coming from between the two of us, and that's even when I've given the opportunity for other people to walk past and stuff, other people to like leave.
Have you smelled cannabis on me?
Well, I can smell it in the air as well, mate. It's lingering.
When there's nobody else around, so I'll give you the benefit of that.
The officer's desperation becomes clear when, after failing with Shem's attitude, ID, or coat, he suddenly claims he smells cannabis. But if the odor were real, why wasn't it mentioned earlier? When Shem asks the second officer, he can't confirm it, just says it's in the air. This shaky excuse shows the stop isn't based on real suspicion, but on a common, unfounded tactic to justify a search.
that coupled with your behaviour, okay, combined.
What's wrong with my behaviour?
Specifically you, because I'm dealing with you. The fact that you did, upon seeing us, look back a couple of times, you've suddenly sort of turned around when you've probably realised we're closing in and maybe coming over to speak to you.
You're just making this up now, mate.
I'm not making anything up. You've turned around.
This is fabrication, mate. All of that's
my colleague asked you what you was doing over here. I mean, you know, it's not in the best condition, is it?
Lad, I was looking at on the wall and saying to me, mate, look at that.
Okay, well that's
we don't need to watch over our shoulder. This is why no one wants to deal with you, because look at the stuff you're saying.
Because not many other people, again, are reacting to that when they're walking past.
We did.
So I'm not saying that you're lying, but all of these things combined, the fact that I can smell cannabis and your behaviour, and the fact you're in an area where there's quite a high use of cannabis and quite a lot of drug crime.
That's nothing to do with me. We're not from here, so I'm being detained right now.
Yeah, you're detained for a search for drugs, and it's under Section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act. Alright, I'm PC Shenray from Chadwell Heath TSG. You're entitled to a copy which you can have now within 3 months. You are detained while I search you. Again, another reason is you're wearing quite a thick coat, and it's...
So I'm being detained because I'm wearing a thick coat. Did you just say that? One of the reasons, and the other one's me behaviour.
And the smell.
I haven't done nothing suspicious, mate. No, you can't smell no cannabis from me.
You are detained for those reasons.
I don't
if you have any
smoke
questions,
cannabis.
please feel free to ask me. Do you have anything on you that you shouldn't have?
No.
Okay.
The officer cites Section 23 of the Misuse of Drugs Act to justify searching Shem. But his reasons are flimsy. Wearing a coat in 21 degrees weather and staying calm while refusing to give personal details. Clothing choices aren't crimes, and knowing your rights isn't suspicious. Using these as grounds for a search isn't policing. It's stereotyping and control, not safety.
Therefore, we put on a complaint on this, like, because this isn't on this, mate.
That's absolutely fine. You're more than entitled to complain if you're not happy with the services that you've received today.
Obviously not.
I know it's not nice being searched.
Come on,
I know it's an intrusion of your day and your privacy, perhaps.
Whereabouts are you?
Got quite a high amount of cash. What's this for?
Is that illegal as well?
Well, potentially.
Me living.
I don't know, do I? It could be not many people walk around with this much cash in them.
Well, I do.
So, okay. How much is there?
Probably about, I come down with $2,000. So whatever I've spent on me hope.
Do you not have bank cards or anything?
Nah, just cash me. How can I have a bank account if I don't have a passport? I'm still fighting to get my passport back off the police.
When the search turns up nothing, the officer shifts to Shem's cash, around £2,000, implying it's suspicious. Shem calmly explains he doesn't yet have a bank card because he was recently released from jail and is waiting for his documents. Despite this clear explanation, the officer presses on, showing the focus is less on facts and more on maintaining pressure without any solid reason.
Being detained for wearing this jacket, he said. Yeah, you have to take the circumstances as they are as a whole, rather than just pick one item that you don't like about it.
I don't like all of it, mate. I don't agree with any of it. I'm not agreeing with the search even.
Like my colleague said, we appreciate that it's
This is why no one wants to deal with this, bro.
It's not about what people want to do with us, it's about who to speak to.
This is why the community don't comply. You were alright, you should probably get compliance. I'm not complying with the search. I don't want to be searched. I do not want to be searched. No, I do not want to be searched.
That's all. But you're not resisting, you're being compliant.
It's against us.
Another thing, you're wearing what looks like these ladies with balaclavas or something. What is the purpose of that? I've basically meant exactly how I've just asked that question. I don't know.
I'm using it to keep the beds neat. Is that alright with you?
Well, you've given me a pound for it, so that's fine.
That's why no one wants to deal with the police. Horrible, mate. Just walking to get a scran. There's 20 minutes out of your day. Cheeky.
This case shows how police powers can be misused, driven more by assumptions and bias than real evidence. The stop began with Shem simply reacting to seeing officers, yet that alone became justification for pressure, questions about ID, his hometown, and even his coat. When those tactics failed, the officer claimed to smell cannabis, though it wasn't confirmed, and questioned Shem for carrying £2,000, ignoring his reasonable explanation of recently leaving jail and waiting for documents. The search yielded nothing illegal. Just two people walking to get food, treated with suspicion for no valid reason. This wasn't about enforcing the law. It was about enforcing compliance, showing how unchecked authority can erode trust. Shem summed it up. Many avoid the police not out of hatred, but because interactions like this feel about control, not safety.